Yes.
We want to know who is Aneswa. The name sounds so traditional and local.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. So who is Aneswa before we come
Well,
to Aneswa?
my full name is Karidi Aniswa Daisy. Aniswa is my middle name.
Carodia.
Karidi.
Caridi.
Yes.
Okay.
And my middle name is Aniswa.
Mm-hmm.
And it was given to me by my late grandma.
Okay.
And according to her, it means a grandchild that establishes something. So I think it's quite.
Grandchild that establishes something.
Yes.
That is quite prophetic.
Exactly. And look at me now. I've established Aniswa works, so I think it's great.
Wow.
I'm a writer. I love to write. I also have other interests like cooking and art. I'm not like Picasso or anything, but I like to do crafts and things like that. And I really love to cook.
Scary. She loves to cook.
Yeah, I do.
You're making me feel hungry now. I'm just drinking water.
My bad, my bad. Don't mind me at all.
Okay. So, like you mentioned, you are a writer, you like cooking, and you like artwork.
I do.
Great. What is your educational background like? Before we talk about your inspiration for all these three major things you mentioned, what is the educational background like?
Well, I am a trained public relations person. I went to the Ghana Institute of Journalism and I did public relations.
GIJ guy.
Yes, I am. Team GIJ all the way.
Yeah, GIJ all the way.
So I was trained in PR, but I've always loved to write. I wrote my first story in class 3. When I learned enough words, I just started to write, and I've not stopped since class 3. So, yes, I wrote my first story in class 3.
You know how old you were?
I was around 8.
8. Okay.
Or 9, I guess.
Yeah. We'll find out for your mom.
Yeah, she will know. I showed her the story, and she was like, "Where did I copy this from?" And I said, "No, I wrote this." And she said, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yes, I actually wrote this." But I know she wasn't quite convinced because even looking back now, that was a pretty complicated and interesting story for someone at my age to write. So I understand why she wasn't that convinced. But as time went on and she saw my other work, she was like, okay, my child actually has this gift. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Powerful. So you are Ghana Journalist Association, right?
Yes, that's something else.
GIJ.
GIJ.
Anyway, so first story in class 3.
Yes.
That's very impressive. Now,
Thank you.
Many people may not say, oh, writing is not anything, but even your normal WhatsApp message, when you finish sending it, people send you back and say, what are you trying to do? Because your mind is faster than when you're writing.
True.
So for somebody to be able to sit down and write things which you are able to read and understand and have a bearing, you must applaud that person. So we give you a high five for the ability to write.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. My next question is, what is your inspiration to go into writing? What inspired you to go into writing?
Well, I think everything began as a gift. I know for a fact that it's a gift that was given to me by God, because even in kindergarten, hearing rhymes, they didn't sound normal to me. I know most kids just learn it because they are being asked to repeat it. But in my head, it was like a story. Come back, Peter, come back, Paul, fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul. All those things were like movies in my head, and I could see it like a picture. So words have always been special to me. And when I got to class 3 and I wrote my first story, I realized that it is a gift which has become a hobby of mine. It's like my addiction. And it is also something I want to polish and turn into something great.
Addiction.
Yeah.
Like
A good kind. A good kind.
a good addiction.
Yeah. I also get inspiration from positive feedback and, constructive criticism.
Yeah.
When someone listens to my story and they say, you know what, I think you should do it this way. And when I listen to that and I realize that it makes sense, it really inspires me because I'm like, I've been able to communicate something to someone and so well that they are actually giving me suggestions that make sense. It really inspires me. And also getting good feedback as well.
Good feedback. Okay. I know some people don't take time to send in their criticism.
Mm-hmm.
They just send criticism without the looking at the emotional impact it may have on the recipient.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. Bible says that you should be honest and be truthful to people and do it in a good way, in a loving way. So those who criticize people's work,
yeah,
they make sure that you are criticizing in a way that you want to help. You know, most of the people who even criticize you don't know a dime about what they're criticizing you.
True.
That is
very
because
true.
If they know a dime about what you are going through, to really produce 2 minutes or 1 minute video can take a whole day.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's very good.
Thank
Looking at
you.
your work, you've done a whole lot of things in this short space of time.
Yeah.
I have here some of your work: red jacket, a snitch in the dark, side dish. Is that dish right?
Side dish. That's right.
Okay. My man's meat.
Right.
I don't know if it's meat pie. I have zombie and the red cup.
Mm-hmm.
I have felt it in 4 episodes. Actually.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I have the mannequin boy.
In 2 parts for now. It's not over yet.
It's in 2 parts.
Yeah, I have 2 of those.
Okay. So we are going to listen to Care of Karma.
Scars of Karma.
It's Scars of Karma. Sorry.
Sure.
Scars of Karma. We are listening to that shortly, and then we get back to you.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Scars of Karma. I was finishing up my chores in the kitchen when I heard what sounded like an engine outside. This was Sonia, and my grandfather's house was way up in the mountains. A motorbike up there was like a flood in the Sahara. You can imagine my surprise when I heard my name being called outside. I recognized the voice instantly, and that was my Uncle Joe. And so I peered outside. That was when I realized he was the rider of the bike I'd heard. He had a black one in his hand, and he pushed it towards the stairs in the back of the house with the largest grin I've ever seen. Don't get me wrong, I was excited too, and I quickly got to the question, "Why did you get that black house?" "My friend," he answered. "He said I could use it if I filled the tank. You want to take a ride?" My face lit up like a Christmas tree, and I nodded a bit.
Hello.
Yes, sorry, we lost you.
Yeah, that's okay.
But we are playing Scars of Karma.
Okay.
And that story doesn't sound like a fictional story. It sounds like a reality story.
Yes, that's because it is. It's real. It happened. Everything in there is the truth.
Everything in there is the truth.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Why? How old were you when this happened?
I think I was 14.
14.
Yes, I was.
So is it okay for us to call you a mentalist as well? Because for you to remember, because you wrote this how long?
I wrote this last year.
Last year.
Yes.
So now I'm sure you are not 14.
No, I wish.
So you should be dropping the school money.
Yeah, right.
That you have to work.
Now I do. It's
Yeah, I
crazy.
told you. So, from 14, you kept all this in memory till now, and you put out this nice work. What inspired you to write about this story? What's so
Well,
interesting about
I think when I was thinking about what to do with Aneswa works, I bounced off a bunch of ideas. And then I decided that instead of sticking to one, I would do a combination of three ideas.
Okay.
So my stories are grouped into three genres. I have Aneswa, which is stories from my childhood and my true life.
Okay.
Scars of Karma is an example of the stories under
One of them.
Aniswa. So all those Scars of Karma, Bluebird, A Snitch in the Dark, all those are real because they
I like.
happened.
Okay.
And then stories under Bête Noire, which transliterates to Dark Beast, but is used to refer to the dark side of human beings, like the things that make us terrible, although we are civilized in
Yeah.
quotation marks.
Yeah.
So
Like
those
the
stories,
sad thing that is going on.
exactly,
Great.
completely. So those stories explore human beings, the dark side of us, things that you may not really like to read about, like kidnappings and shootings, etc. Those
Yeah.
stories are a mixture of truth and fiction. Truth in the sense that I rely on some of the true crime stories that I read and watch to
Yeah.
inform me on how far human beings can actually go. And then
Okay.
through that, I come up with a fictional story and try to explore that side of mankind. So
Okay.
stories like The Mannequin's Boys, Red
Yeah.
Jacket, those are all under
That's the
Bête Noire.
story.
Exactly. And then
Okay.
the last genre is Dark Diaries, where we have the parts where the children have to go to sleep and it's only for adults 18
Oh,
and
okay.
up, because those stories,
Rated PG.
definitely capital PG, no kids at all.
No kids at all. Please, if your kids are listening, we are going to play that diaries in the moment. So give them a headset to listen to
Please
Tom
let
and
them watch
Jerry.
cartoons
Let them
immediately.
watch. I told you.
So those
All right.
stories are also completely fictional. None
Okay.
of those happen. People text me and they're like, Carrie, are you sure that's not true? I'm like, please, it didn't happen. It
It
is
didn't happen.
fictional. I
Yeah.
can't stress that enough. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the creativity, so I allow it to happen.
Sure. Anyway, Busy just subscribe to your YouTube channel.
Thank you,
So
Busy.
he's officially a name now.
I like that.
I had to be a vice chancellor.
Oh, nice. The executives are coming out. I like that. I like that. That's awesome.
Anyway, that's great. So, how many works do you have so far?
Last
I mean,
season,
there are some that have not been printed yet. Some have not been converted yet.
right.
Audios and stuff.
Oh, if that's what you are asking, I promise you I cannot give you a number.
Okay,
Because
give me what you have. Give me what is in the open space.
what is there right now, I've posted last season, I did 15 stories.
15 stories last.
Yes, yeah, last season, that was last year. And then this year, I've done, I think about 4.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. But I'm still, like I said, it's my addiction. That's why I said I can't give you a number. And I don't write one story at a time. You know, it's a vibe I get. So when I feel like writing this, I go there. When I feel like writing that, I go there. But when a story is almost complete, I just put all my attention there and finish it, and then I put it out.
Okay. Great. That's all you said. When you give a woman something, she turn it into something productive. So
Right.
they gave you work in school and you have turned it into books.
That's
and
true.
Audio.
Yeah.
That's very good. How
Thank
did you get into move from book to audio? What inspired you to move from writing down the book? I know you have a little issue with your website, so talk about websites now. But on your website, before the issue came with the website, I think you have the written material.
Yes.
Before the conversion into the audio.
Yes.
Okay. So why did you move from just web audio?
I thought about how I could make the website different and do something that wasn't out there. And I knew that the mere fact or the mere idea of Aniswa Works being the short stories was not really common in the Ghanaian society. So I knew that alone would be cool. But talking with one of my friends, Blake Kassa, who is also an artist like me, a creative like myself, we were bouncing off ideas and the idea of the audio came up. And he was like, why don't we merge the two and not do only one?
Okay.
So that's how we went with the idea of doing the audio, because reading is not hard for me. So, I mean, it made sense.
It's good. It makes sense in the way that reading is like very hard for some people. It's like asking the
True. Yeah. That's also one of the great parts of it. You can just slip on your headphones and do your chores, clean your dishes. Some of my friends tell me they listen to it to fall asleep. Some listen to it on the way to work.
I hope they don't listen to the Dark Diaries.
They do. They do.
Dark Diaries to fall asleep. Hey, I want something smoother.
That's funny.
Like, your dream has become
something else.
Something else. Ask yourself, is this real? Unreal.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just give us a few seconds. Be on the line.
Okay.
Don't cut the line again.
MTN,
While
please.
we are listening to Dark Diary for a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which of them are you going to listen to?
There's a side dish.
Side dish.
Yeah. So please, it's 18 plus. 18 plus. So please, you are not 18. Show us your voter's ID before you listen. Sure. All right, so let's listen to that.
Side dish. I arrived at the address my work texted me right on time. It was a very simple morning. The atmosphere felt so fresh and clean. The beds were out checking and I had heard the island have 26 rooms, a roof of vineyards, and a system I got very close to. Our team, I spent a lot of time to work. I think I was towards the familiar being community. I could make out Kathy, Dylan, and Tom with whom I gave each one of them a hug, and it was clear to see that we were all giddy. Our day as Island Mommy was by a stretch the largest to assist any of us present working at the teaching company, 10 times. We treated all sorts of talent and private events, from those of wild and fun man-haven to those of simple or intimate. Our host was Lola Carmen, a soul food whiz who was
Oh, wow. Hello.
Yes. One thing striking about your stories are diction and construction of your words. Dictions are very clear. Construction of the words are very excellent.
Thank you.
Can we say that you self-taught yourself, or do you take any writing course?
Like I said, I think it's mostly a gift.
Yeah.
And then I had the opportunity of having a really awesome teacher from grade 6 to the end of my junior high education in AIS. My teacher was, I don't know, he's one of the people that I credit for who I am as a writer right now, because he was an amazing teacher. He taught us how to describe things, how to use words, what not to write and what to write, the differences between words. I mean, the slightest alphabet could turn your sentence into a whole other thing, but a lot of people don't even realize that. And another thing he did that I really appreciate was not only with me, but if you ever wrote an essay that was good, he would take his time to break down your essay and tell you the reasons why it is awesome and the reasons why other people in the class should perhaps learn from what you did. And all that watered my gift, and it gave me the environment to grow it. So when I went to secondary school was when I actually started to really write, and here we are now.
What's the name of the teacher? Do you remember?
Yes, his name is Mr. David Jemfi Aristotle.
Mr. David Jemfi Aristotle.
Yeah, that was him. I know, right?
That's surprising. Yesterday, someone came to our office and we asked his name, and he said his name is Aristotle.
Oh.
And then someone was saying that Aristotle. Now, how would the old people call your name? Aristotle.
That's funny.
Oh, okay. So, Mr. David Aristotle. Someone else sent a message. I'm trying to get a person's name. Said I just subscribed to her channel.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. Someone else said I just subscribed to her channel. Great.
That's really awesome.
Priscilla wants to ask a question.
Yes, please, ma'am.
I think this one is what.
So, since I left, so I didn't really catch up.
Okay.
I just want to ask one question. What's your full name?
My full name is Karodi Aneswa Daisy.
Oh, okay.
Karodi is my first name, Aneswa is my middle name, and my last name is Daisy.
So you doing it all alone?
Yes, please. For now, I am. But I have a very good friend of mine, Joke. He's a musician. He does my recordings. I have Joke.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on. A huge shout out to Joke.
Yeah.
I also have some friends who help me with the stories that are male characters. Not all my stories are starred by women. Some are men, and I can't read that myself. So I have great friends like Kojo Tripp and George Frims, who are also creatives, and I mean, they help me out. So I'm lucky. I always say I'm a lucky girl.
Great.
So it's not like a regular drama, and there's a radio twist and a radio drama. Is that how you record your stuff?
Come again?
You record your stories as a radio drama, just the way
Ooh, I wouldn't say as radio drama, but no, I wouldn't say radio drama. I just want to convert the story into audio. Yes. So although I try to get them to carry as much emotion into it as possible, it's not a radio drama at all.
Okay. That's great. So, Annie.
Yes, please.
Right now, we want to get people who want to subscribe before we go on to some few more questions. So now the website is down.
The website is down. Unfortunately, Corona has done a lot of terrible things to people. So I'm having issues over there.
So give us where you can, someone wants to join you up, what YouTube, which other things you are using as a means of communication.
Okay.
Facebook or whatever, and the links you have on there.
Okay. So on Facebook, you can find me either by my name or Aneswa Works. You can search Aneswa Works. The page will come up as 2 words. It's not 1 word. And on YouTube, Aneswa Works is also a page on its own. And if you go to my bio, you see a link there. The link will take you to one of my stories on YouTube. The latest story I have, I always leave the link in my bio. So if you click the link in the bio of Aneswa Works on YouTube, Instagram, it will take you to YouTube. And when that page opens, you can just click on Aneswa Works and all my stories will pop up and you can do the almighty subscribe. And that's it.
Okay. Well, I would like to just take because Aneswa is a local name, I just want to get the spelling right out so that
sure.
when you don't struggle with it. It is Aneswa. He's a presenter here, sorry.
That's
DJ Pop
nice.
is a presenter here, so he has subscribed to your channel as well. I've
Thank you
revised
so
the
much.
acting of your website. I think he's also going to subscribe to your channel as well.
Hey, you guys are making my day.
Yeah, so keep on subscribing. You know, we need to encourage what we do here in our country.
True.
Yeah, we don't have to wait for someone else to do it for us to support.
Right.
We need to support it ourselves. Now, I have a few more questions before, but we wish we can interview the whole day.
I know.
Great. So I wanted to ask about any collaborations in mind. Do you have any writers in the circle of writing that you say, oh, like for instance, we have in Ghana, we know Uncle White. That's lots of writing and lots of studio work and stuff like that. Is there anybody in Ghana that you're like, oh, if I have this person working with me as a partner on a particular project,
it would be great.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, I've always admired Uncle Abel White. I mean, every time I hear his advert, I'm like, wow, this man is like a beast. He's coming up with script after script after script. And sometimes it gives me a little weird pressure. I'm like, will I be able to keep it going as long as he has? So if I get the opportunity to work with him, that would be like, I don't know, I'll pass out or something, because that would be really, really. I know. They'll revive me and then we'll start working. That would be really great. And I also I don't just write stories, I also write scripts. I have ideas for movies and series and stuff like that. So I also have the desire, or like it's one of my dreams, to have people like actresses. It doesn't even matter if they are popular or not. Like, I want to be able to bring my work into visuals, where it's like you can watch my movie or my series and not just stories. And someone like Nana McBrown, I mean, she's an amazing person. If I could have her in my movie, again, I would pass out. And then when I come back we can work. And I also would love for, some of my voiceovers for my stories to be by some celebrities. Someone like Ifya Odo, she sounds very good. And so it's like a dream of mine to write a story for her to read. And I know that would be amazing because she's dope. I mean,
I hope that one to you pass out.
Come again?
I hope that one to you pass out.
I probably would. I'll just go to all these meetings with water, because when I pass out, they have to pour it on me.
I think you can't pour the water, so you need to get a water carrier.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe I need to carry the water.
I know who will be good for that.
Or you need a GP, a personal GP to follow you. Okay, Abra has subscribed to your channel as well.
Thank you.
Priscilla wants to ask a question. Jessica will be subscribing to your channel as well, because she says when you feature her, you pass out as well.
Ooh, more water problems.
I think we need to get Ghana Water Company to be following.
For real, they should follow me or something.
Yes, Priscilla.
Please, for now, with what I just came to hear, essentially you are talking, should we look forward to the time that there'll be more voices added to it?
Oh, she has actually some with not good. There was one that featured some gentleman you mentioned a while.
Yes.
What the
Kojo Tripp's story is My Man's Meat.
My Man's Meat.
Yes. And George read Zombie and a Red Cup.
So there will be voices, different voices.
Yeah, there are different voices.
Yes, there were different voices. Sometimes there are 3 different voices.
Yeah.
In spelled, for example. But I have challenges as well. It's not easy. If I had a magic wand, you wouldn't believe how awesome Aneswa Works would be. But it's a process, so I'm trying.
And your voice sounds like someone, I don't know if maybe you need it. She's called Fabia.
Oh, I see. I sound like her, huh?
Yes.
I don't know who is older.
I know.
She said she sounds like you because you're older. You don't know her age, but you know you're older.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Shout out to Fauzia, my voice twin.
Spell has a mixture of voices, right? Spell.
Peril?
Spell.
Yes, spelled.
Sorry.
True.
So, okay, so let's listen to spell for a few minutes.
Found and before. When you're close and easy in your rest. For the past few days, something did not sit right with her. The ex-goddess is in her seat. She was an interesting name in county.
Sorry to interrupt, but if you want to hear another voice, perhaps you should play the first spelled.
The first spell, this is four.
Yes.
One. Go to spell one. Right, so as you look for spell one, what are some of the challenges you face after Devo and after writing, you write in the comfort of your home? And, but the Devo job, voiceover, I mean, that is not, I've tried to do voiceovers myself.
Yeah.
I tried to write stories myself. I think I wrote something, I said, you
oh,
like,
don't say, come on, Joshua, not here. Oh, I'm under my bed right now. I'm so ashamed.
I wrote on beautifully honest.
Joshua, I can't believe you just did that.
This time maybe I wrote in French. Anyway, well, she gave me a reply, but I'm not gotten the edited whatever yet. It's not that true. Yeah, so I've said that I'm trying to do voiceovers myself, and it's a bit challenging.
True.
And editing and all those things. What are some of the challenges you face as a people and writer?
Well, some of the challenges I have is sometimes I have a huge problem juggling my professional life with my other professional life, because I have a job.
Yeah.
I work at a school, and that is my main priority because that's my job for now. And so, especially last year when I was doing uploads every week, there were times when I felt really constrained. And so I advised myself to just take off the time thing and release it as and when they come. And so that has helped me. Another challenge I have is with the recording of the voiceovers. Sometimes I wish I could have more voices. If there are people out there who want to volunteer their voice, I would love that. Because I mean,
I volunteered my voice several times, but I didn't get, well, maybe by time of closing, that's why.
Perhaps. Okay.
Yeah, so Priscilla is here. Jessica is here. I'm here.
With my present next break.
So then we'll have to schedule and meet, and then we can do everything at one sitting, so that it's easy. So that's one of the problems I have, getting like different voices for different parts. So I find myself cutting out dialogue. Instead of having them say it, I just say it happened. But if I could have more dialogue, it would make it more interesting. And also the sound effects and etc., like walking, cars honking, those are all in my dreams. So, yeah.
Great. It's surely good. It's something you started, and okay. So we are listening to my man's meat.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of meat that is. Fillet or beef.
That's a nice story.
Great. So let's listen to that, then we'll come back to you.
Sounds good.
My name is Margaret.
The protest that became in Bernard began in a noisy classroom 12 years ago. As a new student, in my state we had it, we got paired as sitting mates. We bonded over major curtains, and I loved the sweet. 6 years down the road, we were sitting in a huge examination hall, separated by our surnames, gearing up to take on the dreaded end of secondary school exam. I could see Caleb's ugly head several rows ahead of me the entire examination. But strangely, it was a source of constant memory. Like a dream, the day of our final paper rolled by. The excitement was contagious when we trooped out of the exam hall and into the crowd of cheering, continuous students. Trust half and I am literally. came from Melody, we had about 5 months. Caleb and I both stayed there with me and family.
Great. That is a smooth guy, the smooth voice over there.
Very smooth voice.
Who is that we're listening to?
That gentleman is Kojo Tripp. He's actually a musician. He's a rapper. Very good with words as well.
I hope he's not tripping.
I hope he doesn't trip. I hope he doesn't.
Oh, okay. That's good. That sounds nice.
Very
so
nice.
we have that. If you are just tuning in, you're listening to the lady at the background called Anne Dua, and she's the CEO and founder.
Yes.
Anne Dua.
What?
Anne Dua work. So Anne Dua is ANESIWA. ANESIWA. And you can follow her on Facebook. Is it the same name?
On Facebook, it is the same name.
And YouTube is Anne Dua's work.
Yes, please. The same name.
And which other?
It's also on YouTube, Facebook. I have Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Also on Twitter. Same name.
The same name.
But my own, let me share my own handle, okay?
Okay.
In case you want to follow me, you can do that.
Okay.
So my handle on Instagram is Cotton Candy. Okay, so it's spelled KOTYN underscore KANDY. Yes, that's me. Cotton Candy. Oh, why is he laughing?
So you've heard it from Anne Dua.
That's it.
That is Anne Dua. And our last question before we let go of you for today. I'm sure we'll have to.
Yeah, you have to, because I'm having fun.
Yeah, we have to get you on the program another time. I happen to know your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I heard one day you stole something.
Oh, no.
This is where we say the truth. You stole something, and you've been stealing that thing for a long time. And then you happen to not even go and hide it because you're sorry. What did you steal?
Well.
And why did you go and write it to the story, knowing that we'll read the story and know that you stole it?
You know, it was crazy. I stole pork.
You stole pork?
I stole pork. I used to pilfer her pork. You know, there was this lady who sold pork at Osu. The pork was like, I don't know, it's so nice. I don't know how she makes it. So my mom and I would go there in the evenings. We'd take a walk because it was quite far. So we made it into a walk thing. We take a walk, go there, get the pork, and then walk back home and go and enjoy our pork. And then on our way, you know, obviously I'm a child, so she's not going to buy as much for me or whatever. So usually hers was more. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be innovative here. When we are walking home, I will be dipping my finger in the rubber. I know which one is hers because there's more. And I will be taking tax. That's daughter tax. I'll be taking my tax off her pork every evening. So that's what I was doing. The first time I did one piece, then I started to get more and more brazen. And she started to notice something wasn't right. She was like, when we get home, she'll be like, Mommy, ni chicha nam na mi who said Dawson, so you be do bia mi bien na mi so Isha. Iti mommy no then oh like it was just strange. So she never understood. Exactly. And I would just be sitting there doing like I don't know what's going on. So exactly. So one day we went to get the pork and we were walking home and I had eaten about 2 already, getting ready for the third one. I always walk a little behind her so that she doesn't see me. And I took this piece of pork out and put it in my mouth. Then I saw that on my left there was a man sitting in the darkness on a pavement. And the man just said, Mecca. And he didn't say it loud, but the way he did, the way his mannerism with his head, and I could read his lips, was this man is getting ready to rat me out. So I put my finger to my mouth and I was like, no, don't say anything, like be quiet. Then this man said, Madam, your daughter is chewing the thing. Hey, Yahweh, I don't know where the snitch came from into my life.
I think you need to write about your snitch in the dark.
That man, the man just ruined my whole scheme I had going on. So my mom, when my mom turned around, she was she wasn't even mad. She was so surprised that I was even capable of that, because I was in class 3 or so. I mean, I was little. So she was like, wow, this is my own child. She can do this to me. So when I got home, she told them, and everyone was like, hey, Kadi, they made songs about me, made jokes. Yeah, that's my family. They will tease you and you not even want to do it again.
All right, actually.
Yes, sadly.
One day, everyone said that things have an innovative new name now. It is called is it wealth relocation officers or wealth? Yeah, I think so. So you are relocating your mother's wealth.
Exactly.
Your mother's wealth into your body.
That's all. Innocent act.
It's good. That's an innocent act. We need to find out where you're how did you tell them? How did you tell them how to keep quiet? Oh, wow. I mean, you. Papa, mean him also when you keep it quiet. Anyway,
yeah.
We've almost run out of time.
True.
And we wish we continue the conversation, but we have to bring it to a hot here.
Yeah.
But we'll make another time.
Definitely. I would love that.
We'll be following your other projects. See how fast it goes.
Sounds good.
Great. Yeah, we're looking forward to see some shots. Maybe for now, if the movie is not coming out yet, some short pictures.
You know, that would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be massive. That would be massive. It would be a startup for great things to come.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So, listeners, that was Aneswa. And like you said, the name is Aneswa. It is spelled Anesiwa. So you can follow her on YouTube. You can go and subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Aneswa. You can follow her on Facebook, on Twitter, and Instagram. She gave that name out. Can you mention that name one more time?
My own account?
Yes, your own account.
That's Cotton Candy on Instagram.
Cotton Candy.
Cotton Candy. It's simply because I'm soft and sweet. There's nothing to it.
Oh, no. She has given the definition for the name. It's simply because she's soft and sweet and there's nothing to it. So you can eat her, you not get that. You can eat her, you not get that. So she's not.
Can everyone eat?
Oh, yeah, if you join the what is it? No. Don't mind. Anyway, Annie.
Yes, please. Thank you so much for having me. I've had the best time.
Sharp. So join the Annie world and become an Annie nation. Okay. I'm already a member, so Annie.
Thank you.
Have a blessed time.
Take care of yourselves.
Writing more stories.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too so much.
Bye.
Bye.